Welcome back to Party Mode Live. We are now joined with the most incredible Miss Johnnie Reid. Miss Johnnie Reid, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you, Rick?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You can hear me well?
Yes, loud and clear. Everything is
Perfect,
good to
perfect,
go.
perfect. So tell the people who you are and what you do and how you're impacting um, track and field.
I am Johnnie Reid. I am 62. I do senior games. I do USA track masters. I do Coach O. And right now I am number one in the 50 and the 100 meter. Just broke a record in the 50 and the 100. And I also do the shot put as a fill event.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I want to kind of jump into how me and Miss Johnnie Reid know each other. So we've been knowing each other for a few years. When I tell you Miss Johnnie Reid, she supports not only her community but the people that are in her circle. Miss Johnnie Reid, whenever I had met her years ago, if I'm correct, years ago, it
Yes.
was something about this woman's spirit that had just impacted me, and we worked and become friends. And when I tell you this woman shows up, everybody, she shows up. If you have anything that's going on and she supports you, this woman will bring her beautiful spirit out and and support you to the fullest. I want to jump into a couple of questions. For you, the track has always been more than a race. Can you explain how it became your proving ground for resilience and growth?
Oh yes, Rick. When I was a kid, I would always love to run fast, and then I was in high school. I ran fast, and in high school they never taught us how to run the 100. Never taught us how to come out the blocks, how to stay low, how to be in a phase drive, and not just that. We ran on asphalt versus a rubber track,
Right.
and it was just I got shin split so terribly bad, and not just that. In high school, I had a record back then. We ran a 100 yard dash,
Right.
and I did it at 11.2.
Yeah.
And it just the love of it, and just knowing that God blessed me with this gift, and then I put the rest for so many decades. And then once a friend of mine came back in my life years ago and told
Mhm.
me about the senior games when I was 50, got
Yeah.
into it, been hooked ever since. Just loving every moment, even out there in the heat, hundreds, what feels like 106 the index, and
Yeah.
just make sure I'm staying hydrated and out there just doing something that I
Mhm.
always love to do and just bringing it back to life.
Right. Right. And at age 62, you're breaking records, right? Tell the people your last race and the time you came in.
The last race was in Ames, Iowa, about 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
My 50 meter, I broke my record from 2023, which was 7:36, and the past couple of weeks I've broken at 7:23,
Right.
and then I broke the national records in the 100 meter at 13.6.
Wow. 13.6 at age 62. So we look at a lot of the women runners, we look at Shakari, she's running the 100 meters in 10 point, I think 10.62 or something like that. And you're just a few seconds above that. And Shakari is, I believe, 24, something of that sort, 23 years old, and you're 62 running
No.
that. How does that make you feel?
Oh my God! You know what, Rick? To be honest, I never thought about it that way. But when you put it that way, that's amazing. I mean, any way
Amazing.
you look at it, that is freaking amazing. And I
Yeah.
just thank God for this gift, Rick, and
Yeah.
especially now being able to put time into it.
Hmm.
Because 23, my son graduated with his master's from Stetson, so I didn't have
Hmm.
to worry about going up and down the road to
Yeah.
D-Land to the football games
Yeah.
at Stetson University. So now, since he's on his own doing amazing,
Hmm.
now I can do me 110%
Yeah.
and just loving every moment, Rick. It has been a dream
Yeah.
come true, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, sprinting is often seen as a young person's event, right? Yet you've proven speed, power, and longevity have no age limit. How do you challenge those stereotypes?
You know what? I just block it out because you're gonna always have naysayers. You're gonna always have them. They're not going anywhere. And you just have to keep the thing that I have learned to do, Rick. I have learned to love myself. So
Right.
long as I love me, I go out there and put the work in, the results is gonna come.
Yeah.
That perfect practice, long as you do that right and just looking at all, I look at the athletes, I go over and look at YouTube's videos, I look at
Yeah.
Usain Bolt, how he come out the blocks, how he has that beautiful
Yeah.
fight, that drive that he has, and you
Yeah.
just stay focused to who you are, block out all the noise. And like I say, I don't know what 62 feel like, Rick. To be honest, I don't know what it feels like.
Yeah.
I know I'm 62, but what does it feel like? I have no
Wow.
idea. I have no idea.
Wow.
I just know I'm in better shape than I was when I was in my 30s, in my 40s, or even in
Wow.
my 20s. I'm in
Wow.
so much better shape.
Wow. Wow. And you say you don't know what 62 feels like. And I want to tell everybody, when I first met Miss Johnny, I thought Miss Johnny was just, a few years older than me. And I'm in my 40s. I thought she was just a few years older than me. And when she told me, I believe at the time we met, you were 60. And when she told me she was um that pristine, I guess I would say,
I like
I
that.
couldn't believe it. And like I said before, Shakari, she's running a 10.62, 24 years old. Miss Johnny is 62, running a 13.6. How do you feel that Nike, ESPN, Adidas, Puma, all these big companies, they're throwing so much money into the younger generation? And by no means are we saying they shouldn't. How do you feel these big companies should be utilizing their funds and supporting the programs, and not the programs, but supporting the masters and people of your age that are still running and breaking records at your age?
And Rick, is so many of us doing amazing
Mm,
things on that track, and not for them not and to tap into us, they are
mm,
missing out on such a big market
right,
because we're gonna pay them money for the right gear.
right,
We definitely gonna invest in ourselves, but if then they need to invest in us. Like I
right,
say, we're a market that been untapped, and why I have
right.
no idea because we're out there doing it. I mean, not just me in
Yeah,
my 60s, Rick.
yeah,
We talking 70s and 80s
yeah,
and 90s, and even someone almost 100 years old.
yeah, yeah.
And when I say when they at that senior games, Rick, Ames, Iowa was the second largest
Wow.
senior games, over 12,000 competitives. We talking track and field. We
Yeah,
talking weightlifting. We
yeah,
talking volleyball, beach volleyball. We
right.
talking golf. We talking pickleball. I mean, archery. I mean, it's so, and basketball, volleyball. It's like, it's such an untapped
Yeah,
market. When they can
yeah,
invest in us, that'll be amazing. Amazing.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so we're gonna talk to ESPN. We gonna speak some things into existence. We're gonna talk to ESPN. We're gonna talk to Nike. But I want to start with Nike first. And I want you to tell people why while we're talking to Nike. Now, I know between me and you, like, we know the reason, but I want us to speak Nike into existence, but tell Nike why they need to have Johnnie Reid as a brand ambassador, as a sponsor of what you do.
Absolutely, Rick. Not just that, every meet I go to,
Mm,
people gravitate towards my energy. They support me, they cheer for me. And not just that, Nike gear is the best gear I think because it
mm,
stays on my body. They have the best performing track shoes.
right.
I mean, why not? And not just that, the gear is gorgeous. It is
Yes.
definitely for my taste. It's very gorgeous, and I tried so many other gears like Emerald. I tried New Balance, and this is Nike is the only gear that stays on me the way I like it,
Mm,
and it present my body a way that I like it. And it's like it's untapped. We are such an untapped market. Why they
mm,
don't come aboard? That is a good question,
right.
and they should. And I
Yeah.
think I'd be a great representation of that because there's
Right.
so much women that they will be so hooked on Nike.
Yeah.
They will love that opportunity.
Right. Absolutely. And then we gonna speak into existence ESPN coming aboard as well.
Yes.
ESPN need to come out and cover what the amazing things that you guys are doing as well, right?
Absolutely. Not just that, they cover the other day I just saw them doing a 45-pound rock throw overhead.
Right.
I was like, okay, if they can do a rock throw, they can come out there and watch these seniors watch us do what we do, and we do
Yeah.
it in such class and such speed and such strength.
Yeah.
That's the most beautiful thing about it. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody out there slow, Rick. Nobody.
Yeah, absolutely. And Miss Johnny, you're such an inspiration on and off the field. And one of your mantras or one of the things that you say is that you want to inspire through actions and prove that age is not a barrier, but a stage to shine brighter. What does that mean for you at 62 years old?
First of all, my faith in God,
Hmm.
giving Him the honor every day when I wake up, thanking the ancestors for what they have instilled in me that's in my DNA, and then the
Right.
gift that come from God, and just being thankful that I stay healthy because God knows I done had some setbacks, but just coming back from that and just being stronger and better, knowing
Hmm.
what to do, knowing what not to do,
Hmm.
and just knowing that pouring into, because I trained at Naples High School, and pouring
Hmm.
into those beautiful young people.
Right.
And then not just that, when I tell them who I am, and I tell them to Google me, and then the
Yeah.
next day they go, "Oh my God, Miss Johnnie Reid, we can't believe that you do what you do, and can we
Yeah.
can we take a selfie with you?" It's like
Yeah.
absolutely. And then I give them journals to let them
Right.
know you can do anything you want to do. You got to write it, you got to speak it, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and feel it so deep in your core that it come to life like it
Right.
happened yesterday, Rick.
Right.
And the
Right.
body, the mind, and the soul. And once you speak that thing out in the universe, it comes back to you.
Right.
It may take a while.
Right.
It took mine 12 years to get it,
Yeah.
but I got it, Rick. And that's the most beautiful
Yeah.
thing. And I'm just so thankful for this journey that I'm on right now. And it's just been
Yeah.
a beautiful ride.